Hello, everybody. My name is Jane Wilson, and I'm so glad that you are here with me today. I specialize in beginner pole. I love beginner pole dancing. In fact, I've taught over 10,000 people how to feel strong and confident. And I've also written a book called The Up to No Good Club, Defining a Life with Strength and Swagger. And today we are going to have a look at increasing our flexibility with our legs. So let's get started. I'm going to go right to my mat. All right. I'm going to take you through how I improve my flexibility for getting extended butterflies, jades, anything that was split related. I have terrible flexibility, and it was one of the areas in pole that I really had to focus on. So what I'm going to take you through is what I've taught many people. So let's get started. You are going to need a strap, just a strap, or if you don't have a strap, a towel, some way to create some extension. Everything we're going to do is going to be laying on the mat. This is great to do when you're watching television, just kind of chilling out. So here we go. We're going to go lay straight back. We're going to start with one leg. We're going to draw the knee to our chest and give it a great big hug. Now, whenever you are doing any type of flexibility, you want to make sure that your muscles are warmed up. So go for a walk, dance it out to some music, take a hot bath. Sometimes I'll even stretch in the shower. So you want your muscles to be warm. You don't want to do this with cold muscles. So next, you're going to take your strap. You're going to bring it around your foot, and you're going to extend to where it is straight and not bent. So you have a straight leg. Using your band, you're going to hold with two hands. Now, if you have an archy back like I do, give your knee a little bend of the other leg so it tilts your pelvis forward. So I'm going to hold on to my band. I'm going to push against the band. So it's creating kind of like a contract. So I'm going to push, 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 and then release. I'm going to do that again. I'm going to push against the band like I'm trying to break the band in half. Amazing. Going to keep holding here, and then release. Going to try one more time. Press hard, flexing the foot. You should feel a nice stretch behind your knee. This is an area we're really trying to get, especially if you have micro bends in your legs when you invert. I'm a micro bender, so I've really had to work hard on this. From here, we're going to take this leg and we're going to draw some circles. I'm going to extend this leg down. And let's draw some circles going clockwise. So great big circles with your leg. You don't always have to hold a stretch to improve your flexibility. Movement also helps. So adding some circles going clockwise helps with your hip flexibility. I'm going to do one more. And then we're going to change direction. So I'm going to bring it across and now going the other way. So now we're going the opposite direction and try and make the circle bigger each time. I have a pole right beside me, so it's kind of in the way. So great big circles each time. Now from here, we're going to hold back into the middle. We're going to push against the band, and we're going to take the band into one hand and lower down to the side, extending the leg to the side. Now this hip may start to follow, so you want to place your hand on the hip to make sure that it stays connected to the floor so that your hip stays square. And you're going to hold here. Now, I may be moving quickly with this. I find when I do YouTube lives, I get a little bit nervous. Oh, well, that's okay. So I'm going to hold here. I'm opening up the hip. And then I'm going to bring the leg back to the center, holding one more time in the middle. Now, here is the one that you'll really feel it. You're going to take your leg and you're going to go across the midline, just a little bit of a cross, a tiny bit across. So you'll feel the stretch on the outside of your leg, especially right behind the knee. So it just changes the positioning. And then we're going to bring it back. Okay, we're going to release the leg. Let's do the other side. So drawing the knee to the chest, give it a great big hug. Excellent. And then from here, we're going to extend the leg up, take the band, place it around your foot, flexing your foot. Now again, if you have a big arch in your back, you can bend the opposite leg. And then we're going to push against the band, giving it a great big push. Wonderful, holding here. So this is a stretch I used to do whenever, whenever I was competing. So when I was going through my competition phase, this is a stretch I would always incorporate in all of my training sessions, and as well going into performing and competing. This is the stretch was my go-to. Okay, let's do some circles with this leg. So let's do clockwise. This is clockwise. So nice and big. Try and really reach and extend here with the foot, and then bring it across. Nice, great big circles. This helps open up the hip. Let's try one more circle, and then we're going to change direction. Let's do one more. Bring it up to the top, and now let's go the other way. Fabulous. I'm so glad you're joining me today with this. Let's do a couple more. And let's do one last time. And then we're going to hold in the middle. Let's do a little push against the band. We forgot to do that. So we're going to push hard against the band like we're trying to break it in half. Good. Holding here. I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, and then release. And let's do that again. Finally, you may go a little bit further up if you can. And then push, 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 push. So nice and straight, especially behind the back of the knee. Good holding here. Excellent. Keep pushing hard. I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1. Then release. One last time. Push hard against the band like you're trying to break it in half. Pushing hard. I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, and release. Taking the band in one hand, we're going to open up to the other side. I'm going to extend this leg down, but you can leave it up if you want. Oh, my foot is leaving the camera. Excellent holding here. Keep going. Good holding here. So if you're going to do some stretching, just put on some nice soft music. Just chill out. It's a nice way to end the day. It's also a good way to begin the day. Let's bring the leg back to the middle. Okay, now from here, we're going to take the leg. Let's go a little bit across. So tiny bit, like a couple millimeters across, and you're going to feel the stretch is going to go into another position. So I'm going to feel it on the outside of my leg. Good, holding here. Amazing. Keep going. This is a stretch that this one's a tough one, to be honest with you, because I can really feel this stretch. Okay, bring it back to the middle. One last time in the center. Excellent. I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful. Let's slide it back up. So that whole sequence is a great way to improve your flexibility for getting extensions, anything that's extending you out, extended butterflies, and the jade. So the jade was like the move I always wanted to get. When I first saw it as a student, I'm like, oh my God, that is magnificent. The jade is magnificent. So it was a move I really wanted to have. Unfortunately, my hamstrings were really tight. So this whole stretch is what I would do every day, pretty much, to work towards the jade. The jade is not a full split. Well, it wasn't for me. I was able to fake it. I was able to do kind of like a very side positioning with it to get the jade. So you don't have to have a split in order to have the jade. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to leave this up for you to come back and see. And also, I'm going to leave little chapter titles throughout it so that you can go back, timestamp. I'm going to timestamp it so it's easier to follow. I'm learning how to do YouTube Live, so please feel free to give any information. And there is a little note in here. I would imagine this may also help folks like me who have issues with their hips. Yes, I have issues with my hip, especially back in here, and I do find that this stretch has greatly helped me. Thank you so much, Jamie, for asking. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. I probably went too quickly. I am a little bit nervous. I am learning, but I will be doing this again. Thank you so much. Take care.